Welcome to our channel Classfly Community. So today is the lecture 2 of the DC generator. So today we will be dealing with the working, or we can say the operation of the DC generator. So as I told, in DC generator there will be two magnets. These are also called stator magnets because they're stationary, okay, and they have opposite polarity and it move from north to south, okay. There will be an armature core, okay, and the armature is between these two magnets, and this armature is linked with two split rings. Why we will be using split rings, I will be telling you later in this video. With the split rings, these brushes have been included so that the current can be reached to the load, okay. So, and the armature will be moving in the rotation form, clockwise or anti-clockwise, it depends. So let's starting with the working or the operation of the DC generator. I told you about what are the parts which are included in the DC generator. Now let's begin. See, in anti-clockwise direction it will move. That means it will start move in the anti-clockwise direction. The armature core, which has the windings of the coils, it will start moving in the anti-clockwise direction, in this direction, that means, okay. Due to that, EMF will induce. We know the electromagnetic induction, that whenever the coil starts moving, there is a magnetic field which causes a magnetic flux, in a change in magnetic flux, and that magnetic flux causes us the induced EMF, and that induced EMF produces a current, right? So see, as we start rotating the armature in the anti-clockwise direction, the EMF starts inducing and the current will start producing. And to know the direction of the current, we have to use the Fleming's right hand rule. So see, for this I have named the armature as A, B, C, D. So to know the direction of the current, we have to use the Fleming's right hand rule. See, this thumb will denote the direction of the motion. This index finger will denote the magnetic field, direction of the magnetic field, and this middle finger will denote us the direction of the current. So for the CD, it will be the Fleming's right hand rule will be like this. The thumb will be up, so the middle finger is going inward. That means from C to D, the current is flowing inward, and from the A to B, it will be flowing outward like this, that the thumb will be tilted, so the current, that is the middle finger, will show the us outward. That means the current will starts moving from in the outward direction. That means C and D is moving in the inward direction, and A and B is moving in the outward direction. So I have resembled my fingers or in a small diagram sort of. So this is a middle finger, so this will denote the direction of the current, and index will denote the direction of the magnetic field, and the thumb will denote the direction of the motion. So see, with the split rings we have defined it as A and B. So the A split ring is with this C and D, and the B split ring is connected with A and B. That is here written. Okay, now see, to see the current direction, what I told now about the Fleming's right hand rule, that only is being written here in simple words for you all to understand. To see the current direction, so we will use Fleming's right hand rule, and all the fingers will be perpendicular. All the fingers, that is thumb, index and the middle finger, all will be in perpendicular to each other. The thumb will show the direction of motion, and the index finger will show the magnetic field. Middle finger will show the direction of the current, and that is, it will be inward for the CD and outward for the AB, right? So now let's move on to the next. See, as I told, the inward direction of the current is C and D, and the outward direction of the current is A and B. whenever I get the direction of the current in the inward direction, that means I got my first graphical part, right? Now when it completely rotates, it's 180-degree rotation, that means that the AB, it was like this, right? Like this was DC and this was AB. When this AB comes at the place of CD like this, and the CD goes to the place of AB like this says that it have completely rotated to 180 degree. But the speciality of this DC generator is that the split ring doesn't change. That means the A part gets now connected with AB and the B part gets connected with the CD or DC. Okay, this split ring doesn't change its direction, will be in the unidirectional. That means the split ring will be in the direction which is same. That means as in the previous part, this one, that A was with DC, right? And B was with AB. That was right. That means the split ring, what does it work is that it will not reverse the current, right? So see that if here A is connected with AB and B is connected with DC, that means it got changed. That means A was connected first with DC, now it is connected with AB. And it will work like a AC generator, right? So that means it will be basically, what does it will do? It will do the opposite of the slip rings. That means it will avoid to change the direction. That means this will not happen. This will not happen. We have to get the same direction for the AB and the CD. So we will change this to B and we will change this to A. That means the split rings will also change their position so to obtain their previous parts, so that the B will having AB and A will having DC. That's why we use split rings here, so that the current doesn't reverse in the DC generator. Okay, see, that is, it is written when it completes 180-degree rotation. That's why we use split ring, so the direction will be same. So the direction remains the same and the B is connected to AB and the A is connected to DC like the previous one, right? And here, as we continue, we get our cycles like this in the DC generator, right? And this DC generator will produce the pulsating DC, right? So to reduce this pulsating DC, we will use filters, or we can use many coils in the armature. I told you that the armature has many loopings of the coils, right? So if we increase the loopings of the coils and we use separate commutators, or I say I will use separate split rings for all the loopings, and when I put all the outputs voltage, when I will put all the separate commutators and get the output, and when I put them in a specific voltage with a gain, we gain it and all the outputs get constant. That's only written. See, to reduce pulsating DC, to reduce this pulsating DC, I use filters, or I will use many coils in the armature. I will use much more coils in the armature with separate commutators. Commutators is also known as split rings, okay? Split rings, and then at a specific voltage, I will gain certain amount of output, and that output which we will get, it will be constant DC. That means this pulsating DC will start to give us constant DC, that is a straight line. So in brief, if I discuss that what does the DC generator do? DC generator has two magnets. In between the magnets there is an armature. Armature is connected with the split rings. Split rings is connected with the brush so that the current starts flowing and can be reached to the external load. And then the armature coil is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, which will cause me a induced EMF and which will give me a current. And to know the direction of the current, I will use the Fleming's right hand rule, which in which all the fingers will be perpendicular to each other, and the direction of the current will be known by the middle finger. And when it completes its 180-degree rotation, at that point also the direction doesn't change. The split rings avoids the reversing of the current, and we get our pulsating DC. And hence, to reduce the pulsating DC, I will use filters or armature with the increased looping of the coils with separate commutators, and I will gain output at a specific voltage, which will give me a output of constant DC. So basically working on operation of the DC generator is very simple, and I hope you all understood. Till then, be happy and have a great day. Now it's the code time. Turn your wounds into wisdom. I hope all of you understood today's lecture, and thank you for watching.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live Magus videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at Classfly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.